Hello, guys. Welcome again to Ejanla Crypto. It's your boy again, FOD. In order for us to enjoy today's video, I want you to quickly watch this video I want to show you from Richard Hart. Then after that, we can dive into the reason why we're doing this video for today. Okay, please watch.
Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. I called the Bitcoin top on the day 10 months ago while everyone else told you it was going to $100,000. They got you wrecked. I saved you. I'm getting sore from patting myself in the back so much. This arm's getting tired. Oof, my goodness. What are some other things that I predicted and got right that everyone else got wrong? Grayscale discount. So basically, there's this big company called Grayscale, and
one thing that stood out to me is, like with the Pulsex burn and buy feature, you got the volume coming in 5 times what we've ever seen.
Well, just remember the buy and burn feature was deprecated because it couldn't be built to be automated, and then it had to be changed to something that would happen to something that could happen. So you can't, because of securities law, you can't have expectation of profit from the work of others, and therefore whatever might have keys to that address might do stuff with it. And you just have to watch and see what happens because I can't give you expectations. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, one last thing.
Thank you very much, guys. I expect that you enjoyed that video and you understand what Richard Hart said there. Okay? In case you do not understand, this was a video Richard Hart did some days ago, for some months ago, and where he explained when people ask him questions about the buyback and bond, and he was able to explain in detail what it will involve. In that video, someone asked and said, what if we have more than the required volume? What will happen to the buyback and bond? Is it still going to happen? Is it still going to do it? Well, Richard Hart explained from his previous video and this video I played to you, which was posted I think a month or more ago or some weeks ago. He explained that although the code to automatically bond a particular portion of Pulsex has been deprecated, a sum of that fee that is being charged, which is 0.07, will be sent to a particular address, and the address will do whatever it wishes to do with it. Because of security law, it cannot give any expectation. Guys, is that clear? So now let's dive into the topic for today. Do we have no more buyback and bond? The reason why this question is coming up is because of what Richard Hart posted on Twitter some days ago. If you are on Twitter, you can go to Richard Hart's account and see what I'm about to post for you to see now. Now, if you go there, you will see this. Now, this is like Richard Hart said. It said this is a screenshot that was sent to him from the devs of the Pulsex project. So, but there is a particular interesting point here which everyone has been wanting a clarification over. Look at this statement. It says, stake your PLSX and receive XPLSX. By holding SPLSS, you are participating in PLSX buybacks, which are using 0.07% of trading fees to buy back PLSX and sending them to this pool. Doing so increases PLSX ratio, meaning you will be able to claim back increasingly more PLSX from every SPLSX token you are holding. Now, from the explanation of Richard Hart before now, we know there was going to be a token, and this token is going to be the incentive tokens for those who are providing liquidity on Pulsex DEX. So probably that incentive token is what is called the SPLSX, which is good. But the explanation here is trying to say that 0.07% of the trading fee, which we expect that was going to do the buyback and bond, we're expecting that, okay, this 0.07% of every fee was going to be, of every transaction, of trading fees was going to be sent to a particular address, and that address was going to manually buy back Pulsex and bond. But here, this place is saying that the 0.07% was going to be sent into the pool, and that pool will now reward you for holding XPLSS, which probably is the incentive token. Now, what's the implication of this? How true is this? So I did some finding for us to know. Maybe this is suggesting that the buyback and bond is going to be removed 100% or not. So look at what I dive into on Twitter. I did some research, and let's see what a lot of people say about this. I think one of the guys here, yeah, okay, let me go to this guy. Yeah, this guy has questions for the audience. Does this make SPLSS now deflationary? Okay, say question for the audience. Does this make PLSX non-deflationary now? Because if you are holding SPLSS and you are being given back PLSS, that means no portion of the PLSX is getting bond. So what's the problem? Why is it not getting bond? Because the major tokenomics of people investing in this project is actually so that it's because of the buyback and bond. Okay, so but before I proceed, I want to call your attention to something. This video I'm doing because a lot of people will see the thumbnail and feel this is spreading fraud, or some people will see it and say, wow, this guy is not for the ecosystem. Well, I'm for the ecosystem because I invested in the ecosystem as well, so I can never do anything that will harm the ecosystem. But regardless, like I've always been saying, if you want to enjoy any video on this channel, if you know you want to hear the truth and not what you feel like hearing, like maybe what will make you happy, definitely this is the best place for you to be. But if you want to always hear what makes you happy, whether it is truth or not, you may not need to be here. Okay, it's not compulsory. But regardless, if you want the truth always, no matter how difficult it is to do the video or to talk about it, you still want the truth, this is where you should be. You should hit on the subscribe button now and click on the notification bell, and also make sure you share this video for a lot of people who want to hear the truth in your circle. Okay, so this video I'm doing, to some extent, some may feel that okay, this is coming too early because the conclusion is not there. Well, I understand, but this is what has been in the heart of a lot of people in the ecosystem at the moment, trying to confirm what is happening. So I want to look at the explanation the guy gave here, which I think is reasonable. It says, seems like you will just take your PLSX to receive XPLSS, then it uses a smaller portion of the fees minus the original buyback and bond and buys PLSX that it puts into the pool, and once you switch back to PLSX, it will give you the higher ratio based on when you deposited. Well, I beg to disagree that this is what the statement written in this place means, because it's totally different. This place specifically say that by holding SPLSS, you are participating in the PLSS buybacks. The bond is not even mentioned, which are using 0.07 of trading fees. Okay, so remember, let's go to pulsex.com so that we can make sure that we are getting the right thing. Pulsex.com, enter. It said 0.07 of the trading fee. So let's come here. Now this is it. Pulsex is awesome. Trading fees and trading fees dirt cheap. So Pulsex will have a 0.29% fee that users pay on every swap, which means if I swap $100, I'm going to pay 0.29. That means I'm paying like 30 cents as the transaction fee for the swap. Okay, that's around 0.29% fee that everyone that swap will be charged. Okay, now that is less than Sushi Swap, Trader Joe, Quick Swap, and Uniswap. It's a 76% of this supposed 0.29%. Let's say I carried out a transaction of worth $100, and the 3 cents is being deducted as a fee for what I just did on the platform. Now, what this means is that 76% of that 3 cents of all the trading fees could be distributed to liquidity provider. That means that will go to liquidity provider. While 21% of this 0.29 could be used to buy and bond PLSX, reducing its supply over time. 0.01% of a trader's value goes to an address you may have no expectation of. Now, you get this point. Now we have 0.01% of a trade's value that goes to an address you must have no expectation of. That is not what the 0.07 is all about. This 0.29, 21% of 0.29% of every trade is 0.07. So basically, this post, this content here was referring to the percentage that was supposed to be used for buyback and bond. So let's look at what another person says about this this before I give my own final verdict. So this is a guy called CCP Crypto. He has a YouTube channel. He's one of the big influencers in the ecosystem. You should know him. In his video last night, he explained that he was going to contact Richard Hart to explain what is happening with this statement, because this statement is a little bit confusing. So he said, hey, Richard Hart, when the second sentence is confusing here, can you clear the technicality behind it? Well, Richard Hart has not responded, and I expect him not to respond. That's just my opinion. So I just feel that that's it. Gas fee 2.0 will reduce signal. So I just feel that it would not respond to this. This is a scammer, I guess. This is a scammer. Yeah, this is a scammer. So I believe he will not respond. But I went ahead to do my research, and this morning when I saw what Recam is the highest sacrificer apart from the OA for the Pulsex project. So he was talking this morning, then I asked him a question. I said, okay, what do you think though about the recent post by Richard Hardwin, a screenshot from Pulsex dev suggesting there might be no buyback and bond? Then look at his statement, his response. He say, I trust his judgment on the matter. If I did not, I promise I would let him know. Do you see that? So, well, in all of this, what is my own conclusion? What do I think? Does it mean that the buyback and bond has been removed from this project? Does it mean everyone can now be panicking and be willing to quickly swap to Pulsechain on when the minute launch? What should you do? Well, let me just say this. It's a disclaimer. I am not giving any financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I will never give a financial advice to anyone. So everything you're watching there is for education and entertainment purposes. However, the way I see what has been posted is this. If you notice the video I played earlier about where Richard Hart spoke, in his video that he posted on YouTube, even in that video, he restrained from saying that there was going to be a buyback and bond. Instead, he said that 0.07 will be sent to a particular address. And he mentioned that because of the SEC law. So someone mentioned it in the Twitter, when I was doing my Twitter investigation, and I cannot remember the person who mentioned it, but someone mentioned it. And I tend to agree with the person that this is not the final design. And if they put buyback and bond, they're actually giving people expectation. So if you don't want to give people expectation, how do you create things for now? You know, why not trying to show the buyback and bond part of it and still make it look reasonable, you know, in the screenshot? So you just have to come up with an idea, and then the idea they came up with is the idea that has been existing before, which is what Sushi Swap has been doing. They have Sushi and Extra Sushi. That's what Trader Joe has been doing. They have Joe and they have X Joe. So it's a good idea to just pick such thing that has been existing as an idea and use it for just to show people to see the work that has been done behind the scene. It doesn't really mean that that's the end of the article, okay? That doesn't really mean that that's how the design is going to be. So that's my own conclusion. I believe that, like Recam said, I believe that Richard Hart understands, in spite of the fact that we do not have expectation, he knows that there's still some kind of expectation, in my own opinion. Because the expectation, I think, there is that, okay, when we get our free token with our value, we want it to appreciate. So, and we know what we are expecting in terms of the tokenomics and all that, but on the other hand, there's no legal way in which he has promised any expectation. And that is what I think they are trying to avoid in this statement that was posted on this page. So, guys, if you are worried, if you're concerned, This is for you not to be concerned. Do not worry at all. This is not any reason for you to panic. The only time you can panic is when the minute launch and there are transactions taking place on Pulsex. People are swapping and all that. And we can go to the data scan and see what is happening, where the 0.07% is going to. And if it's going to a particular wallet and the wallet is not buying back Pulsex and burning it, then we can now raise alarm and say, okay, well, this is not the reason why we bought this coin, and everyone can now be thinking of maybe running away and all that. But for now, calm down, no problem. And I believe that the buyback and burn is going to be done. But in this kind of public screenshot that is going public, you don't expect that buyback and burn. Go and check it. Nowhere was burn mentioned. Buyback was mentioned. So, but burn shows that there will be an expectation. So it's trying to avoid that expectation. So that's my own understanding of it. I might be wrong, but that's how I see it, guys. So for those who are here that probably sacrificed recently and they are looking for where to track and check their sacrifice, you can simply go to this guy's website. Their website is spulse.info/sacrifice/Pulsex. You can go there. These guys are good. They covered all the transaction up to this point. Now we have 140,000 wallets already that sacrifice for Pulsex. So guys, I think this is good. If you actually enjoy this video that is educating and it's calming in terms of the fact that you were initially planning to be panic or something, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you give this video a like. Make sure you share the video. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell. See you another time. Thank you.